To rename components in the Designer Tree view in Thunkable, you use the component list on the left side of the Design tab. This helps keep your project organized, especially when your app has multiple screens and many UI elements. Start by opening your Thunkable project and going to the Design tab. On the left side of the screen, you will see the component tree. This is where all your screens and components are listed in a structured layout. Find the component you want to rename. It may appear with a default name like Button 1, Label 1, Image 1, or Container 1. These default names are automatically assigned when you add new elements to your project. To rename the component, click directly on its name in the component tree. In most cases, you can either double-click the name or click it once and wait for the rename option to activate. Once it becomes editable, type your new name. When choosing a new name, it is important to use clear and meaningful labels. For example, instead of Button 1, you can rename it to BTN Login or Submit Button. This makes it much easier to understand what each component does when you're building logic in the Blocks editor. After typing the new name, press Enter to save it. The updated name will automatically be reflected throughout your project, including in the Blocks section where the component is referenced. You can also rename components using the Properties panel on the right side. Simply click the component, then locate the component name field at the top of the Properties section. Change the name there and press Enter to confirm. Renaming components is important for keeping your project clean and organized, especially as your app becomes more complex. Proper naming helps you avoid confusion and makes debugging and editing much easier later on. However, be careful when renaming components because the change applies globally. If you already use that component in your blocks, the name will update automatically. So always make sure you are renaming the correct element. If you make a mistake, you can use Undo, Ctrl+C, to revert the change immediately. And that's how you rename components in the Designer Tree view in Thunkable. Use the Component Tree or Properties panel, assign clear names, and keep your project organized for easier development and maintenance.